Next on Magic One.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's a beautiful Saturday. Well, first things first, life is full of opportunities, but one of the greatest and biggest opportunities ever that none of us should miss is being at the university. It is one of the biggest or greatest experiences ever. But for some of you who did not go to the university, we are not saying that you are badly or for your worst. Well, for reasons that you know best, we are feeling so sad for you because you really missed a lot. But why am I bringing this up? Today we are dealing with a circumstance, something that really paranoids most of the students at the university. So if you are at a campus right now, or maybe you were there shortly, or you are just heading there, this is the right episode that you should settle down for. Today, I want us to talk about a couple of things concerning relationships around the university. But before we get there, I have a special group of guests. All the way from Makerere. And if you're watching the show for the first time, my name is MC Shugga, the King of Hearts. And let's have our guests introduce themselves first. Then I get back to you with more.
Hello, I'm Namanja Shakira. I'm a career student. I'm in my second year, pursuing a bachelor's in industrial and organizational psychology. And I'm the 87th Guild Chief Editor.
Hello viewers, my name is John Kenneth Chibirango, proud Lumumbist. I do a degree in quantity surveying, a third year student at Makerere University, and the current 87th GRC Lumumba Hall. It's nice being here.
Hello viewers, my name is Melissa Faith Ampomuza. I do journalism and communication at Makerere University, and I'm the current Deputy Prime Minister of the 87th Guild. I'm glad to be here.
Hi everyone, my name is Kayanja Ben Joseph. I am the 87th GRC Kabanyoro Hostel, Makerere University. I also serve as the school president, School of Agricultural Sciences at Makerere University.
Yes, and here we are at OGS Motel like usual. I told you guys that we have a lot of services here. You can always come for massage, you can come for sauna, you can come and get yourself some cute barbecue. You can also come just come and relax around with friends, because this is a classified place where your security is guaranteed, your privacy is guaranteed. That's why we say it is a home away from home. It is only at home that you feel comfortable. So if this is home as well, it is the place to be. Come at OGS, and this is where I want to send some shout outs to the special staff of OGS Motel, beginning with the CEO, Boy Dennis. How are you doing? Thank you for watching the show and supporting the show always, including Onesimus, that is the manager, then Harriet, that is the assistant manager, and then Laura is always at the reception, always welcoming us and giving us the hugs. It is always warm here. And finally, also Tina at the sauna, and more of that. For those of you who want to make reservations with OGS Motel, please dial the number 0756 225 277. One more time, 0756 225 277. And it is at this point of the show that I want to introduce you to our first question, which says, is it worthwhile finding a relationship or love that can hatch into marriage at university, or it is an impossibility? And this is what I want my guests to answer to. And then shortly after that, we shall go into our chat room, which is actually the discussion room where the details of the show shall be executed.
Is it worthwhile to find true love at the university? I personally would really say no, because it's really a no. We all know it's really a no. Like, student things sometimes don't work out. Okay. So in these things, some people engage in relationships because of different reasons. Like, the situation makes you be in a certain relationship. Yeah, so once we're dating a student, obviously you're dating a student because of some reasons. It can be he's good at discussions, or he's just there the next door that will just cross from your hostel to their hostel just to get something from there, or there are these people that can guide you in one way or the other, but you as a student at that moment. So later on, life will go on. Some courses are 3, 4, so after some time, obviously those needs, the situational needs or that situation, it's all, you get out of it. And obviously your demands will go into some other things that guy can't reach some extent, or that guy can't really provide as he used to in the other situation, you being a student.
Most of us are dating people because of fun. Truth be told, some men or some of the boys at campus get ladies because of sex. Just maybe I need to find some pleasure as a man in my free time, and then I'll go out and sweet talk her, and then such that I can get her and slaughter her a certain way.
Student relationships are really not that thing to base on. We all know that sometimes you can begin with someone in year 1 and year 2 maybe they change or get someone else. You know, people always change. You get. So you can start with someone and later on the person gets someone else. You know, universities, people just get someone else, next week another one. So you really can't have that thing in you that, yeah, he's really the right person.
But what makes it so uneasy in the university? Many people are not as committed as they should be. Most of the gentlemen just want to have fun with the girls, and even the girls, maybe it's just because of trend and feeling like good about that with their friends. I have a guy, maybe I'm dating. If a gentleman tells you they love you, you feel like you can just go in for it, but then it takes a lot, but I believe it is still possible.
Yeah, though at some extent, once you get to know that, yeah, I really want love from this person, it's you to teach that person or to put it into that person that, yeah, we can really make it work out. You be in love with someone, treat that person right, just that person to really know that, yeah, think she's the right person to be with. And from that, that person will also what? Get love for you, and you guys can work out even after the university.
Our commitment levels as students are not really that much, and few of us have gotten interested in knowing the vision of either the boy or the girl, or goals. If at all students can sit down there and analyze each other's goals, we could now say that it is worth to maybe engage in love.
Yes, so I really don't encourage any of you to be there saying that, yeah, I have my boyfriend here, I think I'm going to be with him, or how even after campus. It's really not something to rely on. People change.
I find finding someone you love at campus, it's a good to go. It's something that is really great, because you see, when you find someone whom you're going to love because you have some good time at campus, you're going to be there for some good time. For example, personally, I'm there for 4 years. So by the time I'm dating this person, I'm getting this good time to know them, to know what they like, to know what they don't like, and also giving them that time to know what I like and what I don't like, to know the differences we have. Also set the things that we might feel like, okay, this is not good, you shouldn't do this.
I believe it's worthwhile finding love at the university, but it is very not easy. And those who find it maybe are the ones who feel very privileged, but I know it's very not easy. Reason being that if most people, if they are to date, they are dating people that are in their classes, and it is people like find themselves and they are just so close to each other, so they have not deeply studied each other. But then the advantage of it as well is the time factor, because when you do not find love in university, that means you're going to find it outside. And there is a lot taking place outside, because apart from academics, you're trying to settle in with life, find a job, so a lot is taking place. And then the people at home expect you to be finding love. You should be soon getting married. For example, the girls.
Finding love at campus is something really very important. I find it stress relieving, because personally I take loving someone as a therapy. You're going to get out of this very hard lecture, this very hard test. You know, then you know you have someone you're going to talk to. You know, it's a safe zone for you. you know you're going to get this person, and then they tell you it will be okay, whereby you're getting some very hard problems, you're finding difficulties in academics, you know, they'll advise you, they'll tell you, okay, you can do this, relax, don't worry, you know. I personally usually get this phase from that someone I have. The good Lord has not brought us this far to make us fail. It always makes me go forward. You're going to grow with someone. You're growing with this person. Yes, I understand sometimes misfortunes come in and there, but now it goes back to how you people, you relate and how you can handle each other, because of course it's not a straight journey.
Quite interesting and very, very so controversial there. We can see that Shakira and Ben are also saying it is not possible. It is not a possible thing. It is better you go find love after campus. While Melissa and Kennedy are saying it is very, very possible, and this is exactly what is going to lead us into the chat room. But before we go into our chat room, I want you guys to know that at Glory of Love we have a lot of services for you. Like usual, we do counseling and guidance face to face. So if you want counseling and guidance, you have to either come to our office or we come to you, and that comes with you contacting us. So the numbers are there. You should be in position to reach out to us and make sure you get yourself that service. And then for those of you who want books, you want maybe tapes, with information concerning love, depending on what exactly you need, you still have to hit us on our numbers so we can get this to your table. And then also, we also do matchmaking for some of you who tried us last year. You can witness to this, but there are so many people getting single out there, and it is the reason as to why the Glory of Love does exist. So check us out and we see how we can help you. We do matchmaking very, very, very seriously. And then finally, we have a new app that has been created for this show in particular, which is called Freedom Flix. Freedom Flix, with the Flix spelling as Flix. So go check out on Google Play and App Store. You should be in position to download yourself that app and subscribe. Once you subscribe, watching anything on that app is for free. The only thing you need is to have data on your phone so you can get yourself there. And then specifically on this channel or on this app, there is a channel called Love Zone, where you should go and check out the Glory of Love, airing every day at 2 p.m. and at night at 10 p.m. So go check us out. For you who missed some episodes or you find difficulty going to the YouTube channel, please go check us out there. But still, don't forget to follow us on all our socials as Glory of Love, and go to our YouTube channel, which is called the Glory of Love UG. Go subscribe, check out the old videos, get yourself relationship advice and everything, and so on and so on. So allow us to shift from this point to our chat room, the discussion room, where I have decided to pair up my guests, the ones that are antagonizing, the one that is saying yes with the one that is saying no, in two pairs, so we can get more into details of learning how to stick to this relationship. If possible, how do I get myself in a relationship at campus? And then if it has failed, what should I do next? And then for those who are fearing and are confused, all you need to do is stick right there, because the Glory of Love is at your service. With me, MC Shugga, the King of Hearts. I have very nice guests with me today. I don't want to use the word beautiful, should I?
It's okay.
They are beautiful as well. You can resonate with me because they introduced themselves earlier on. This is Kennedy, and the other one is Shakira right there. And the big controversy we are trying to settle today is it possible finding love at the university, at the uni, at the college, wherever you are? These guys are representing your opinions today. Wherever you are, you don't have to say ate fabe chambogo, we're not represented. Nah, ate simanya mobs nedda. These guys are all standing in for you. So just take it that you are fully represented. So right now we are jumping into the chat room so we can have a detailed discussion. From look of things, Kennedy says it is possible finding love at the university, and Shakira says she doubts it. So the next question I want to pop up in this chat room is that from look of things, it is as if, from the way you guys interpret the whole idea of whether it is possible finding love at the university, it looks like love is both draining and boosting at the university. from the two representations. So where does this leave a student, say first year, second year, third year, draining and boosting at the same time?
To begin with, my side, because
Yes,
I feel
please.
like to a great extent it's boosting.
It is boosting, yes.
Yeah, it's boosting.
Uh-huh.
You have someone, we know this is campus from the very time we are oriented at school. I remember back then, in 2018,
Yeah.
in my orientation, they told us that you can't really attend all classes, you can't be a full-time student, at least a 70% student. So that's 30%. But you see, even with this 70%, it's already stressing.
Okay.
It's a lot of work.
There's already a lot of work.
A lot of work. For example, me, a surveying student, like, oh my God, the math sometimes, the coursework, the field work and stuff. It's really hectic and a lot. So, in my space, when I go back to my hall, Lumumba, in my room, I feel like, yeah, okay, I might be on my bed, I'm bored, I need someone to vibe me up.
Okay,
I
okay.
need someone to vibe me up, you know, to
All
relieve
right.
this whole stress. Yeah.
I
So-
see Shakira is smiling so much.
Of course she
I don't
has.
know.
She has to.
Okay.
She'll feel me.
All right, Shakira, give us your point of view on this. Where does this leave you as a student who feels that it is a drain?
Yeah, like we all know that obviously, as he was saying that it's looking for someone to give you vibe, you know, putting you on the other side of when he's
relieving
bored.
you from the
yeah,
stress.
you get. Why
Okay.
would you get me for that? You get.
You don't want to be looked at as a
No,
stress
like,
reliever.
Yeah, like okay, at some point it is, but why do you only look for me when you're like bored or you get? I should be also like a priority at some point. Yeah.
How would you compare finding love out there to at the university?
Finding love out there is really good. Like, okay, it's better than finding love at school.
Okay.
Why?
Reasons?
Reasons. Finding love out there is really better. How and why? Like, those people are already in the outside world. You get. They're already experienced. So you get to know this person. Like, he does this even in the outside world.
What do you mean by
Like,
experienced?
Okay, experience. Okay, I would say someone, you know, out there, people are more free. Fine, at campus we have freedom and all that, but a person being out there is really more free than a person who is at campus. You get? The person can do anything. Some people have their own houses. Fine, people rent at campus, but the other person is literally like independent. I would say that. You get? So having such a person, you really be aware that, yeah, if at all he can act like that in the outside world, then here, I think even I can bear with him.
So you have a feeling
Yeah.
that people can actually pretend at the university?
True.
For
So
4
the
years?
situation, not even pretending, but the situation there, the mere fact that it's campus set,
Oh, they are conditioned.
yeah, that really put them into that line. You get?
So once the conditioning vanishes,
They really find
they
some other
change.
things, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
When
All
they
right.
reach out of that.
I'll let this question go to Kennedy. Kennedy, since you're saying it is okay, you're positive about the whole thing, I'm very sure there's a student watching this show right now, maybe from a different campus or different university or a college, who would wish to know how they can advocate for your side of the coin. How can they vibe or find a lady at the university?
Okay.
Some tips.
To begin with, I think her insecurity is someone who can really take care of her.
Okay.
And you shouldn't worry about that. Yeah, that shouldn't be an insecurity, because at the end of the day, when you talk about experience, where do you get the experience from? You get.
Why would you say a complete no to this relationship, this kind of relationship, and prefer one that is out there?
We all know that these guys are taking us nowhere. Like,
What?
okay. Yeah, the biggest percentage, we all know that relationships at school, like, they rarely
Now
turn
you're
into
starting to
marriage.
sound
Yes.
like a veteran.
Not really, but they really take us nowhere at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be here with someone knowing that anytime it will fade.
All right.
Yeah.
Your last words to that girl who thinks they'll take her somewhere.
They'll take us somewhere. These boys, they really, okay. They really have a lot to know, like to learn and all that. Okay, why am I saying this? They still have a lot to see than you alone. You may be in your first year fine. Yeah, you're a fine girl. They have seen you in, like a classmate, I would say. They see you're pretty or what. You know, these guys get attracted to small things also. Like, they also matter to them.
Lipstick.
Yeah.
eye
But then
pencil.
once that person gets a chance to move out and go to some other like part of the university, see someone doing journalism, you know, he can easily get attracted to go to that person. And give you
Journalist
the
students are
opportunity.
different.
You may be rocking in your class. You as a psychologist, you may be rocking in your class, but when this guy gets a chance to go to a business school and find someone doing cobams, business lady who dressed like how,
She's all business.
you know, he can easily take her up. Like, don't
Okay.
over rely on this guy. It's like, yeah,
All
you can
right,
have them,
all right.
but
Okay, Kennedy, your last take in like a minute or half a minute, some few seconds. Also, an advice to that one guy who thinks it's possible, or whom you have already encouraged and thinks yes they can take a step. How can they tame this person they have met and make sure it really hatches into marriage?
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like it's all about the choices we make. Stick to your choice. You've made it. Yes. You've made that choice, and you know, so be ready to.
Is it possible grooming someone like Shakira
It's
to
very
really trim her to the line?
It's very possible. Very possible.
Okay.
Very possible.
Okay.
actually.
What can they do to make sure she changes her mind?
I know it's a small details, cause like any woman,
Mm.
they need someone who's really focused. Cause
Okay.
for hers, it's like, where are you going to take me?
Uh,
Show it to her. Be a guy of vision.
okay.
You know, don't be
A guy of television.
of television. Actually, you know.
Okay. Guys, we want to bring this conversation at this point because I have a second set that is yet coming to grind and drill more into this. But we are still talking about so much more concerning finding love at the university. You could be a university student watching the show right now. You have your own opinion. You can inbox. Our lines are running on the screen. Tell us what you think about finding love at the university. Let me come back after a bit. It is still the goal. Wherever you are, if you're catching the show for the first time, it is goal. It is the goal, the glory of love on Magic 1 TV, your number one source of entertainment and vibes alone, of course. All right, we are still proceeding with our topic. It is the hot topic of the day, and this captures you who is viewing us right now because I believe if you're watching Magic 1, you are the right person for this purpose. All right, we are talking about how to find love at the university, and I've had a couple of guests here from Makerere University representing to the fullest. And next time it might be your university. Just stick right there and maybe get in touch with me, and we see how we can connect and get you also on the show because it is your TV and it is your show as well. And right now with me here is Melissa and Kayanja Ben. All right. This is when I come up with a question. I have written down a question here that I want. They say ladies first, but this time I want to start with the gentleman, Ben. I remember you are one of the people who emphasized the fact that it is not easy finding love at the university.
Yeah.
So how easy is it to find love out there after school or after university?
All right, I would say I can say it's easy finding love outside the university. This is because of the exposure a student is getting. Say, for example, I am doing agriculture.
Oh, yeah?
I am expecting to be out of Makerere by 2025.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I personally believe that exposure and also growth that I've undergone while in the university is enough to help me become a stable man.
Okay.
I know that at this particular time, I'm supposed to be establishing myself, say, in agribusiness, because I do agriculture.
Oh, yeah?
I will be able to know that I should be now dealing in poultry, and if I'm to get a lady, I need that woman who can help me now build myself up such that I maintain what I have, like my vision. Personally, my challenge with our fellow colleagues, our female colleagues, some of them,
at the university.
Is that they don't give us chance to know their vision. Say, okay, I just want to just give an example of her.
Okay. Melissa, straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may not know all her vision, like what does she want? Where does she see herself?
Yes.
If I can know Melissa from that particular perspective, from our year one at Makerere, we can be in a relationship and we end up in marriage.
But their visions keep changing.
Their visions keep on changing. Today KFC, tomorrow CJs, you know, that type of lifestyle, tomorrow beach, and the other day trips. And I ask myself that, we should now wake up as a generation and know that while we are at campus, this is the topmost level of our education. I expect that if we are leaving Makerere, we are leaving when we already have a clear plan. That I'm leaving Makerere, I'm going in business.
That is where I want to now base my question for Melissa. Melissa, you can take on the microphone. What is your take about what he has said? Because it kind of contradicts with your thought of how love can be achieved at the university.
Well, I believe in the fact that it is possible because, basing, maybe I would say personal experience. I know myself and I have a vision and a mission. And if a guy approaches me as Melissa, if a guy approaches me, I know I am looking at you being a husband, you being a father, and not just for fun. Yeah, but it is possible. That is why, which means if I met a guy with a like mind, or one who actually isn't so like-minded, I would try to be the light in their life and show them the way, which means it's possible. We just need to get serious.
That is where I want to ask you my next question. It seems you and Kayanja Ben are kind of visioning something similar. Now I'm looking at a situation where you find this guy who is taking you for granted, or he just approached you before, and you realize this in the long run and the relationship fails. What are you going to do? Will you give it another chance, or will you completely lose out on university relationships?
I believe that depends on the person who comes next. But I respect.
So that means you will give room for the next.
But I respect time. So let's say this guy has come in my
First
year one.
Yes.
And this happens maybe in the transition to second year, we are already having issues.
Yeah.
Well, I would give it some good time, maybe get into a relationship, maybe like in my last year as I'm going out. But as well, we do not have to pursue the relationship and be like out for a hunt. You need to just be settled. That is when you'll be able to balance the two. So you don't have to pursue it. Let it come and grow into it. So you can't actually tell when you'll be in the relationship. Then
you are the best person to advise that one lady who thinks whoever she meets at campus should hatch into a marriage. What advice would you give them?
Yes, I would advise them to just take their time. You don't need to be in a rush.
In case it fails?
Yes. And in case it fails, what I know is that as well, you don't have to lose yourself, because there is much more to life.
True that.
Yes, there is much more to the pleasure. Actually, it's why most students at university are having issues, because their interests somewhere in material. But there is much more to life. And as a lady, you can give yourself, maybe you can take yourself to CJs if you want to. So the
you
guy
don't have
will
to depend on a guy.
Yes, which means if he comes and you're already that independent, you can work out.
Better.
Yes,
and that is where I want Kennedy, Ben, to take on from there, to advise that one person who is out there and has failed to find love at the university and thinks it's over for them.
There are very many forms of love. I believe that I can't love a woman, or a woman cannot love me if she doesn't love herself. Now, I would advise ladies that have failed to get love outside university, that how about you start loving yourself more? Expose yourself to those platforms that empower you, those platforms that will expose you. Probably you're going to go and get better men that also have the same vision like you are. But most of our depressed people, especially those of our generation, they just choose and be like, now I'm going to do drugs.
They think it's the end of the road.
They think that now the life is over. I'm going to do drugs. I'm going to start smoking. I'm going to be in a bar every weekend. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that.
Getting spoiled.
If you sit yourself down and you are like, you know what? Personally, I'm a Christian. I believe that God created every one of us in his own image.
Yes.
The Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
I believe that if ladies sit themselves down, or even men, and by the way, people segregate us a lot, but the boys, we also suffer the most. I want to tell you that if I tried love at campus and I have been depressed 2 times, you can never tell me that I can be with this lady till marriage, because I've been there. But if people can expose themselves, because even other people don't open up surely. Someone is depressed, stressed. Let us open up. Let us open up as students, as a generation, and be like, you know what, MC Shugga, I tried dating this woman in campus. She turned me down, or we were together, I found her cheating, and for me, since that day, we are done.
I'm devastated.
So if you open up, you're going to heal. And once you heal, you'll be like, you know, it's never too late. I can.
Wow. All right. That is a beautiful one from Ben, and so I'm not going to repeat his words. He has said it all. We tried discussing this topic some time back, but we didn't have enough backup from real people from the university who were just trying to figure it out. But today, that's why I had to touch it a little bit. And I'm telling you guys that this discussion is still extending, because we've just heard from the university students, and now I want to get an opinion from someone who was at the university and will be and now is out there and has found love, should be in position to give us the comparison and clear up this picture. Otherwise, I'm leaving it at this point in the interest of time, and we are saying the show is going to be continued. In the next episode, we shall have our other guests to come and give us more about this whole idea. Then we shall seal it from that point. Otherwise, it is the glory of love with me, MC Shugga, the King of Hearts.